What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Let's get into it as we do. We're going to start this thing on off today. It is time to look at the combine. Let's get into it as we do.
Gents, Keaton Bills, Utah.
That was a great time by Cooper Beebe just a second ago. Here's Bills, 36 starts at left guard. He's got some power and some torque. It's more power than athleticism. That's more his game.
Has anyone ever been drafted by a team that matches the last name of the prospect?
That's something Jack's going to have to get the work
Wanna
on
look at
over
that?
there. I've never met a Seahawk.
Well,
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a Bills?
I think that's the name that's probably going to give you your best shot there.
Ever?
Yeah.
You know?
Here's Bortolini.
Johnson Badger.
Really smart.
Oh, yeah, it's time to get some big man, and it's time to see what we can get.
I mean, I have sub 540 today. Stacy?
Yeah, Rich and DJ. Joe Alt is super interesting. He was actually originally a tight end, and obviously at the O line position that has helped tremendously with his agility. But he said his body, we spent some time with it this week, his body was growing so rapidly. He started doing O line drills while he was still that tight end. And his dad was a tight end, of course, in college. He told him to switch, so he made the switch. But he's just incredibly athletic at 6'8". He was a hockey player in the second grade, but guys, he got too big for the skates.
Thank you. Very good. Andrew Coker, TCU.
Transfer from Alabama. Oh, no, sorry, Coker.
There you go, 539.
Left tackle.
I love how everybody's out there listening in your world, DJ. You get texts every now and then.
Yeah.
Somebody's chimed in from your world that there was a Cleveland Brown once upon a time named Brown, who's only one of the greatest players in the history of North American sports.
That's pretty bad
But-
whiff by us up here on that one.
No. Except his last name wasn't Browns.
Okay, so technically, on
This
a technicality, yeah,
Bills,
with an S.
right? Plural.
Brandon Coleman,
Another horned frog up here now.
almost 35-inch arms, long arms. He can create a lot of movement in the run game. He'll get beat at times, but he just stays attached and able to get just enough. He's an interesting player. I put him kind of in that third round range. He's got a chance to stay at tackle or kick inside.
Nice
That's a
run.
great time.
Is Doug Peterson checking out the interior linemen and tackles that are here today? Ian Rappaport.
Always a fun game, Rich, of trying to figure out which country club or golf club is on the hat of some of these head coaches. I got a lot of questions for Doug Peterson there. Anyway, let's get through some of these big-time offensive linemen. Schrager mentioned it. This is an excellent class. I think more maybe than we've ever had in the combine and really, really high quality. Let's take a look at where some of the big-time guys have been spending their time this week. First of all, Joe Alt, who is so tall.
What up, Rock Jones?
Joe Alt spent some time this week doing official visits with the Jets, Titans, and Chargers. Obviously, Chargers at 5 would make a lot of sense. The potential blindside protector for Justin Herbert. Oregon State tackle Tali Fuanga, guest of the Insiders from Mobile, good dude. He spent time with the Chargers, Raiders, and Rams. What you're kind of getting here is a landscape of who is going to do all the homework on the big-time offensive linemen. What about Bama offensive tackle J.C. Latham? He mentioned
Oh,
the Jets
man.
described it as a dream about
I'm gonna be real with you guys, man. There was a lot of stuff that yesterday. What's up, Rock Jones? We got to talk about Xavier Worthy and a lot of different stuff, but we got these linemen running today, and these are the best of the best, the cream of the crop, man. So come on in if y'all watching this this combine, dog, man, Buddy Buff. I'm gonna just stop right there. Pause, man. Come on in, like, comment, subscribe. We got this thing going on. We're gonna sit here, watch some of these linemen because potentially at the 33 pick, Carolina Panthers need a lineman, and we might be looking at our future guy right here in front of us. What's up, Jalen? How you living, man? We're gonna get into it as we do.
So he's running pretty well here.
Rolling downhill. Big men running. Everybody needs them. Everybody needs somebody to road grade or protect. And
Yes,
there
sir.
are a ton of good ones that we're watching here today.
Yes, sir. So as we
The
come
school
in,
was really coming together
I
until
mute the commercials. That way we don't get pulled or anything. And when it comes right back up, I'll pull it back up. But yeah, come on in here. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it as we do. These big boys starting to run. It's important to understand how vital offensive linemen are to what we need to do here in Carolina. We need one in the worst way. So let's make sure that we take our eyes. We look at some of these guys today. This is the cream of the crop. This is where the bread and the butter is going to be. I wouldn't be surprised if we put our hands on one at 33 or 65, one or the other. But we need to actually take our time and let's get into it as we do. I was looking at, and this is just me, but for offensive guards, offensive tackles, I had my eyes on interior offensive linemen. For us, we might have a potential to get Jackson Powers Johnson, Graham Barton, Zach Frazier, Cooper Beebe, Christian Haynes, Cedric Van Pran. So let's keep our eyes on all those guys as we come in here today. Like I said, the commercials are down, and I'll put it right back up in a minute. But let's keep our eyes on interior guards today. When it's time for the guards and the tackles to go, I want to keep my eyes on Jackson Powers Johnson because he's the 25th best interior offensive guard in there. Graham Barton from Duke, he's another good guy. Also, you got Zach Frazier, Cooper Beebe, Christian Haynes from UConn is a very good interior offensive guard, and Cedric Van Pran. I always been telling you about about this guy. But also in the third round, we could potentially look at a guy like Zach Zenta or what's the other guy? Tanner. No. Not Tanner Bortolini, but Javion Cohen is another guy from Miami that we should potentially keep our eyes on because he is a guy that could be very serviceable for us. So as we get started, come on in here. My man Rock Jones said, yeah, I wouldn't be mad if we picked the offensive lineman at 33, but trading back just a few spots would be best. I hear you, driver. My man said we had to talk about Xavier Worthy at pick 33. Look, I'm gonna be real with you, Rock Jones. He won't be available at pick number 33. That's just me being real with you. But as it looks right now, after him setting or tying an all-time record with that 4.22 that he had yesterday, that cat will not be available at 33 when it's time to pick. He just pushed and elevated himself probably in the top 15, top 20. Because you got a guy with speed like his, you don't let that go at all. So if I was anybody looking for a receiver, I would make sure that I do my due diligence in getting Xavier Worthy is probably maybe the second or the third best. I mean, think about it. At the receiver position, in this particular draft, you got so many guys. You got Roman Dunze, Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors. Marvin Harris is going to be at the top. But I think Xavier Worthy is going to go ahead of Ladd McConkey, probably ahead of Adonai Mitchell and Troy Franklin. So he's going to be probably now after that combine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think he'll be like the 5th best receiver, where he was at now maybe 7 or 8. Oh, they changed the official to 4-2-1? Okay. My man Be Good said, I like Mitchell. He has quick feet and a major catch radius. Wow. So he got the record standalone right now. He is the fastest guy ever in the combine. Wow, that's dope. I'm waiting for the commercials to come back up, and then we'll get right back to streaming everything. And then he said A. Mitchell has good speed. But he was dropping balls yesterday. Yes, he was. Okay, now they back. Let's get back into it as we do. They got the big boys running. Let's go.
It's late in the week.
I know. This year, Del Mar, I think at the racetrack, it wasn't.
Because say Ricky Parcell, he has no weakness. He could turn out to be a Cooper Cup.
Central Florida's.
Oh, y'all like them young white boys at receiver. He could be good though.
Almost 6'6", 311 pounds, served 27 games. But he played under control. There's times where you'll see guys get into him and you worry about anchor a little bit. Well,
That's a big boy right there.
Moves around in the field.
6'5", 306 pounds from UCF, Central Florida.
Again, his career at Jacksonville State. Winding up.
I give him about a 5 probably.
Great time.
Yeah, 4.5, 4.99. He probably could do better than that.
South Dakota State. And he had the best vertical leap of any lineman in the last 20 combines. 38.5 vert.
He's a 6.
Man said Lab was smooth, but Leggett looked like a bigger
CD,
Debo.
You're a
Okay.
Garrett Greenfield fan.
He gets whistled.
Start that over.
Nope, not
There
at all,
he is.
guys. I'm excited about this guy as we take a look up there. It's the Cowboys Brain Trust and Stephen Jones checking things out. But Greenfield, we already heard about him breaking the record for vertical jump, right?
Yep.
DJ, you always talk about how these things translate. Cannot wait to watch the 40. I'm really eager to watch him in the field work because I think he's a smooth mover. I think he really does well, especially in pass pro.
We see, again, a lot of sixth-year guys in this draft class. So older, more mature, and have played a lot of ball. Kind of popped up there.
Yeah, he'll be over a
Tries
5.
A little bit more. He can
Yeah.
get that time down.
Here's Tyler Guyton, Oklahoma. In case you're wondering, we're almost through alphabetically the G's of this group, and it's O lineman number 31.
There's a lot of
There's
them.
65 of them.
It's a big group. This is going to be a good time here with Guyton. Former tight end is the guys we're talking about on the other set. Good athlete.
Yeah, I agree. He can definitely do better.
Faster than that. The 10's good.
CJ Hansen. Holy Cross.
Can I give Stacy some homework? Give Stacy some homework real quick, then we'll get over to Peter. But Stacy, hopefully you can find out what happened with Fashanu. I don't know if we're going to see him run again. I think he might have pulled up going through his 40. But Peter?
Tyler Guyton, I'm surprised. I thought he'd be sub-5. Heard a lot this week about how he is the most athletic of this class and maybe the most versatile. He played H-back a little bit, tight end, like you said. Surprised at that number. We'll see if he can improve that in the second time around.
5 flat for Hansen.
Guy played tight end. Oh, my God.
As you know, 5 flat for Hansen means that it's the witching hour in the late window.
I was thinking of Mbop, but you went Scott. So
I did. That's why we make a good team. Back with more in a moment.
Bring rings to beach wedding.
FedEx presents Tall Tales of True Deliveries.
What it do, 704?
Just another day on the job.
We did this for love.
Oh, man, it's on commercial. And while it's on commercial, I'll take it down for a second, and then I'll put it back up. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling so far, man. I didn't know Gooten was a former tight end, but that's pretty dope. I put the link in the chat to anybody that want to come up. If y'all want to come up, speak your mind on what y'all seeing, what y'all want to look for on a day like this. this is offensive lineman. It's not the sexy pick for everybody. Everybody wanted to see receivers and quarterbacks yesterday. Well, to me, this is the most important out of all of them. So, hold on. Rock Jones said, "Did you hear a word to give a vote of confidence to Bryce? Thought you might like that." Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm gonna tell you like this right here. Bryce Young needs every bit of confidence that he needs coming into this year right here to be successful. So if a guy like Worthy believes in him, you break heaven, hell, and earth to try to get that boy here. Now, if he's the 5th best receiver in this draft, Panthers, y'all might need to take a time, go and get him. I don't care if you trade up and go and get him. You go get a guy that you know is going to be undoubtedly the guy for your team. And we all know, after watching him yesterday, he has potential to be the guy. So, them dogs that your boy been talking about, there it is right there. You better go on and get your dog. I'm trying to tell you. So let's hope that this works out and benefits the Panthers in a way that we can see it. Because I think if you pair this young fella and bring him on in here, you got the potential to have something, man. It's just my honest opinion. He said Joe Alt is a former tight end too. Joe Alt, okay, I hear you. Be good. What's happening?
Not much. How you doing, Q?
Man, I'm trying to live, man. I'm just trying to live. How about you?
Same here.
I hear that. Talk to me, man. How you feeling about what's going on in this combine and who you looking at?
I mean, I'm more of that wide receiver type of guy, but we do need some offensive guards and stuff like that. So I'm watching.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, I never really liked linemen doing the 40 drill, but I do like them doing the shuttle drill
Yeah.
to see what type of feet they got. But you know what I mean. But I guess the NFL, they want to keep you interested, right?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. Now, this is just for me, but I got my eyes. If we going in the second round and we going to get a guy, I got my eye on Graham Barton and Zach Frazier from West Virginia, because both of those guys are can't miss players in the second round. If we going in the third round, bro, Cedric Van Pran or Zach Zinter from Michigan. Those are my two. Okay, let's take our eyes and look at them because they'll be the closest ones that we could potentially get. So, we going to see. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not knocking your pick. If they go offensive lineman, I can't disagree with that. I just felt like since I think we only got like 2 wide receivers on the books right now, I just figured it would go one wide receiver, then possibly offensive line, then maybe another wide receiver, then fill out the rest with guards or something. You know what I'm saying? Offensive line after that.
Yeah.
I mean, but like I say, it depends what we do through free agency. You know what I'm saying? So we would get a better idea of what they're gonna do after that.
Do you have high expectations for them making a lot of moves in free agency?
What
was that? That was Jalen.
I mean, that's hard. That's hard to say. Cause I mean, I actually like what Dan Morgan and them been saying, talking about they're gonna run the ball. So that shows he, you know what I mean. He has an idea of what he's trying to do, but only time will tell with this team. Cause he could be saying the right things, but he can completely flips on us. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just believe. Hopefully, like I said, I'm hoping this is Bryce's last year. So
damn, Joe Alt been moving just now. That's a big dude too. That dude's 6'8".
6'8".
Boy, they got some. I think Joe Alt is 6'8". That kid, you saw him running just now. That cat was moving like he was a freaking tight end.
But you feel like we should get a offensive guard in the second round?
I believe that's the best pick. Okay. If you want my honest opinion, I think you should build this team through the trenches. But that's only if you can't get a talent like Xavier Worthy in the door. Because Xavier Worthy, to me, is a can't-miss guy in this draft right here. And if you have the ability to get him first, boom, you pull the trigger on him at 33 if he's sitting there.
Oh.
But if not,
I mean,
you get one of these guards.
I mean, I thought Mitchell was a better wide receiver watching his play and highlights and stuff like that. I know what somebody said he was dropping a lot of balls, but he's one of those players that he'll make the quarterback better. Meaning, you know what I mean? He can do a little 5-yard slant, quick out. He reminds me a little bit of OBJ, how he plays. You know how he can fake out that defender with a quick cut. That's why I see in this game. He really does have a good catch radius, 6'2". So he ain't like, you know what I'm saying, a small wide receiver to go with that. I mean, I just go with guys who catch with their hands, not their body. That's my idea. And that's why I said with Ricky or Parcell too. I mean, they could get him in third or fourth. I feel like he's a sleeper because I said before on another podcast, I think he has the best hands in the draft. If you ever watch him play, he doesn't really drop too many balls. And then when they was trying to, you know how they say their weaknesses and stuff like that, they didn't even have any to go off of.
I think I like Adonai Mitchell. I think what I worry about him is consistency. And you saw him in the offense where he had Quinn Ewers, you saw Jatavion Sanders, you saw the running back that they had there. Like I said, they have a versatile team that's well-rounded. And the number one thing for him is I needed to see, because Jonathan Brooks is a bad boy at running back, and Jatavion Sanders is nice too. But I needed to see him be just a little more assertive because you got Xavier Worthy on one side and he was there too. Yeah. I mean, you got to look. All their weapons are high.
I'm not gonna sit there and lie. I'm not gonna lie on that. That's why I say he's finesse. He finesse. I'll give you that. That's one thing I don't like about him. Because I feel like you can knock him off the spot. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a little lighter in the ass. You know what I'm saying, when he plays. So that's why I'm saying it is concerns there. I'll just say he's my ideal pick just on the things like, because we already know we're only going to be able to throw the ball, five at best 10 yards downfield. I at least have somebody that can make a little quick slant move on somebody. That's all I'm saying for the team.
But that's the thing. I think that Xavier Worthy is a lot more shifty because you saw him. He was taking back punts, kicking offs, all that stuff in the open field. He was so elusive. I mean, he was a beast.
I mean, I'm thinking he's gonna get picked up. That's why I'm saying Mitchell. I'm thinking since he ran that, that's. I mean, for me, I try to look at players that we can actually get. When he ran that 4.21, especially how the NFL is now, and I don't think he had really too much of a injury history like the other guy, ran the 4.22, a couple years back. So, I mean, I think in today's NFL, he'll be able to succeed with somebody like with a strong arm, like a Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, or a man from Ravens.
So let me ask you this, because we know Xavier Worthy was the number one receiver over there. We know Adonai Mitchell was the number 2 option. Like I said, he had I think it was like 800 and something plus yards, 11 touchdowns. But at 6'4", 196, do you believe in this guy to mature into a better receiver, a number 1?
See, that's the question. I'll be honest, I couldn't answer that. Be honest. I mean, it just depends on. Can he? I think ability-wise, yes, but I can't say for 100%. Yeah, he's gonna be that guy. That's the problem I have. He could be a good, solid number 2. He possibly could be a number 1, and I mean that's the best sense I can give you on that one. I'm not gonna sit there and say, "Oh yeah, he's a no." You know what I mean? That's why I say he got flaws again. I'm not even gonna lie on that. I mean, I just like what on his ability, what he can do. But it just depends on him if he wants to become that guy. So that's what I'm saying. I'm still looking at him like he said, like, okay, can you become that number 1? I don't know. I admit that. I just felt like for the quarterback, or at least for the quarterback in the future, he'd be a guy you would like to have for like quick 3rd and 2 or something like that. And I think he is can I say this? I think how he plays, he's a better Thielen to a certain degree, a younger Thielen. Can I say that?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so it just depends.
You have an older Thielen, and then you have a younger Thielen on this team. Is that enough for young Bryce Young to be elevated or look a little bit better?
Yeah. I mean, I'm really hoping, like I said, we get rid of Bryce. I mean, it sounds like that's what they're gonna do for that next guy. I mean, will they help us look at least on offense better? Yes, but like I said, it's kind of hard to play wide receiver when the whole league knows your quarterback can't even throw 10 yards. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, you're right about
I'm not
that.
asking. Yeah, I'm not asking for them to have like 1,000 yards. I'm just asking them, hey, okay, even though the yards don't say it this year, but we know watching, what I'm saying, play, hey, he could be something if he once he gets that guy, what I'm saying, behind center. That's all I'm saying.
I got you, Jalen. How you feeling? You feel the same way about Adonai Mitchell, or you think Xavier Worthy is the guy for you? Or who is your guy? I'm sorry. You there, Jalen? Or Jalen went down to the store, maybe down to the meat market. Well, I guess I put the volume back on. God damn.
They play the Red Wings in an hour.
Nice.
Well,
This
there go
World Cup
commercial.
is really
But Q, I am fine if they get a guard too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be like upset they choose a guard. Because if they
hmm
choose guards, they say in the first few rounds, okay, they building this team up, and people forget before Patrick Mahomes or even Alex Smith got there, years, what I'm talking about, at one time when they didn't have an offense, they actually had what their whole line were Pro Bowls, if you
Yeah.
remember that.
hmm
So you want to build a line. So
Well, they always, and you model yourself after the teams that you see doing it consistently and has the ability to win while rebuilding. You model yourself into teams. We saw once they built that line in Kansas City, they didn't even stop there. When they felt like they were getting a little bit old, they cut their two tackles on both sides and they went right back in the draft and replaced them. So the smart people they win in the trenches. They make sure they have their guys together. They have their team where we can always think about it. At right tackle, I saw, and I've been hearing a lot of people saying they want to get rid of Taylor Moton. Well, you can't physically because his cap number is $24 million a year, and if you cut him or move him, it goes to $32 million worth of dead cap money. So he has to stay at right tackle because it's just too big of a ass to get rid of him. It's too much. It's too much money. And then at right guard, Austin Corbett just came off of an ACL that turned to an MCL because he rushed himself coming back. So you're down with your best offensive lineman. He's going into 28, 29 years old this year, but he's on the last year of his contract, and I doubt he'll even play because he's still injured. Bada boom, your right guard position is open. Now that means center Bradley Bullman, you just locked him up for 3 years. Now he looked bad this past season because your left guard been hurt and your right guard been hurt. We trotted out there. It was so bad. Brady Christensen went down. Then Chandler Zavala, well, he didn't do anything. Throckmorton didn't do anything. You had a lot of guys that you were pulling, Justin McCrary, and you were pulling cats off the street to play left guard. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, I
Deontay
remember
Brown, they
that,
cut
Key.
him. So
Yeah,
it was
and like I
terrible.
said, I just hate they start blaming Icky for everything. We knew he at first was a running, what I'm saying, a running type, what I'm saying, tackle
Right.
when it came to the league. But a lot of people talking about, no, he just need to be guard. He need to be guard. I was like, bro, when your guard, when your guard go down, he plays tackle. You know what I mean? You can't ask him to, what I'm saying, play. You know what I'm saying? You can't move that man to guard,
Right.
in my opinion. And I think he can do it. It's just the problem of it is just the whole scheme that we changed the whole scheme, and that was the worst thing we could have possibly done. You know what I mean? Because last year
hmm
he held his own against. Then he at one point, like through his like first 5 games, he had to go through Miles Garrett first. stuff
Yeah.
like that as a rookie, and he held his own. He did pretty well. So you know what I mean. I just think everybody came down on him too hard and not blaming the guy behind center. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
it's hard to be a functioning offense when they, like I said, when the guy behind center came to throw 20 yards.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. And we've been saying this all year, and people have been jumping on our ass here on Black Cat because we've been the only one consistently saying, hey, take a look at this right here. The reason why this guy is looking this way, one, the wide 9 stance. And be mindful, I keep telling everybody, if the guard beside you is inept and your center is in the middle, your right guard is inept. Every play, the two positions are getting blown up in the middle. That means your center has one option to figure out, do I help on the left side or the right side? Your left tackle is doing the same thing. Oh, shit, this man got beat. Should I help on his side? Or you look around, boom, somebody done blow past me because I'm looking on the inside. You
They
gotta
don't understand
understand.
that. They don't understand that. You talking too much football sense on that. You know what I'm saying? When you trying to explain that to you, they just get whether he get blown up anyway though, so it don't really matter. I'm like, bro, okay, stop. Cause I'm like, bro, that whole offensive line, they gotta move as a unit. It ain't this individual play on that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
If you don't be able to pick up blocks, I mean, that's how you get them free runners and stuff like that. So
You
and
say
teams
that and
don't
people
play
act like you
standard defense.
speaking. They act like you speaking foreign language or something like that. When you're on that line, you have a split
You are.
second to figure out which one you gonna help. And if you don't, somebody gonna blow right by you.
Yeah.
If you don't do
They
it,
don't-
like
I mean, Q, they just don't understand the X's and O's on that point. I mean, it's just like that's why I say, even though they may disagree, you gotta keep educating them on that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They're just outside looking in. I mean, bro, like I said, that's a whole unit out there. On defense, yeah, it's easy on that, but on that whole line, they got to play as a unit. They like you said, one person miss a block, everybody can be on their stuff, but that one person miss, the whole line getting blamed. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. When your interior push is coming straight up the middle, your line don't stop. You can't do nothing, bro. Because if your left guard getting beat and your right guard getting beat and your center getting pushed back because he don't know which way to go, and he's a run blocker anyway, pass blocking is not his best forte. You already losing because you're going against the strengths of the skill sets of everybody. And we keep telling everybody this. They don't want to hear. They say no.
I mean, they just used to play it, man. They just automatically believe, you can just throw it for 50, 55 times. That's not how it goes. This is real life. I mean, I understand that. I mean, I would say I would blame that on Frank Wright on that part, but a lot of people blame Frank Wright for a whole lot of things. And I'm like, bro, like I explained to the one podcast when they was talking about, I don't understand Frank Wright. I was like, look, he get fought on certain, like the scheme. You can honestly 100% blame him on the scheme. You know what I'm talking about? Instead of running the ball like we should have, he just wanted to, do them little 5-yard passes. You know what I mean? You can blame him.
That's just as much as Thomas Brown as well as him, because Thomas Brown, from what they said, and this was the report that came out in the middle of the season after Frank Wright was fired, they said that the zone blocking schemes for the offensive line went against the philosophy that Frank Wright wanted to put in with the West Coast that we were trying to run. So
then never mind then. I take that back then.
Because he helped create the playbook with Frank Wright.
I know what this stuff means. Never mind then.
How the hell you gonna have any type of fluidity when your offensive coordinator got schemes that offset what you want to do when your quarterback drop back? Exactly. And it looked just like that. Then on top of that, bro, you got James Campen getting into it with every single coach. So none of them boys was talking. How the hell you got an offensive lineman coach that can't talk to the offensive coordinator, that can't talk to the quarterback's coach? None of them could talk because they were beefing. It was a fucking mess.
But hey, but Q, I said this on the podcast when they was talking about Frank Wright. I said one thing you can say about Frank Wright was this: everywhere he went, they quarterbacks had their best year. You know what I mean? Throwing the football. When I said that, they were like, "Well, he wasn't technically." I was like, bro, every quarterback he had their best season. I'm talking about, you know what I mean? When he got my man from
Carson Wentz, Matt Ryan, all the
Carson
boys.
Wentz, all them. It shows he had a pretty great track record when it comes to QBs. You know what I mean? And then there was like talking about where it was just because he was in the right situation. I said I would give you that, but the quarterbacks had their best year. You know what I mean? So his philosophy worked. Coaching up quarterbacks. I said till he got here. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, why you think that? I was like, baby, because QB's obsolete. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is the one thing what I don't like about Frank Wright. He don't have a backbone.
Too nice. Yeah, I
there
still
you
say
go.
that too. I mean, that's one thing I don't like about it. He's a nice man, and I think he wanted CJ Stroud. We seen how he was smiling. You know what I mean? CJ, he could throw the ball with, pinpoint accuracy. He wanted that. In the beginning, he said he wanted somebody tall who can run his offense. We knew who he was talking about. It was either AR or CJ Stroud. It was either going to be those two. I was fine with either or. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you
like
remember
I
Thomas
said,
Davis? Thomas Davis ruined the AR 2 weeks before the draft. Remember, he went on NFL Network, and what did he say? I'm hearing whispers at the top of the front office, hearing that they want Anthony Richardson, and I don't like that. I want Bryce Young. He came on live TV and said that shit.
Yeah. And like I said, look, I watched the film at Florida hasn't been good on offense for a long time. You know what I mean? But the man could make plays with his physical, ability wise, where certain quarterbacks just can't do. I was okay with that. If they would have chosen, I was like, okay, he might not have been the smartest guy in the field, but he could eventually learn. I've been okay because he could use his athleticism, skate the pocket, make plays down the field. I would have been fine with it. You know what I mean? But Frank Wright, he did say that okay. I mean, when he seen Bryce Young, he did say okay. He went against his own intuition, and he was saying, okay, even though he ain't my guy, he can't be as bad as you know what I mean? He got to be somewhat good. So he realized he seen him play, and he knew he like, man, we ain't gonna be shit.
And see, that's why I fought him for, because against his own common sense, he said no. One, and I'm gonna take it back to Indy. You allow Irsay to pick a quarterback for you because he decided to go with Carson Wentz. He decided should have went in the draft and got your young quarterback. You would have still been in Indianapolis, but you got fired there because management and you disagreed on the whole quarterback situation. So then you come here. What do? You let a billionaire owner tell you how to get on and get off who's never played football a day in his life. You can't.
You should have cussed him out. You should have cussed him out. I mean, let's be real. The whole organization Steelers, they kicked him out. I'm talking about David Tepper. Because you remember he was trying to get rid of Mike Tomlin. He's like, man, we need to get another guy. They're like, man, get the F out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure enough, he did. I like, you'll kick a guy out who's never had a losing season. You know what I mean?
That cat crazy,
crazy.
man.
Yeah,
that cat is crazy. You want a proven winner to get out the door because you don't like him. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah,
that tells you everything you need to know about Tepper.
Yeah, I know. Like I say, he liked Bryce because how he talks and stuff and talks so well. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, I mean, I ain't gonna go down to that. They feel as they like that because they feel like he's more approachable. CJ probably walk with swag and stuff like that. He don't like that how he talk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But when it comes to football, I mean, I don't really care how you talk. It's how you play to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right about that. I just, and this is the number one thing, man. We got Frank out. I'm just hoping that Canales is not from that same cloth of letting owner run him as much as Frank Wright allowed David Tepper to run him. That you can't have that this year. You can't have that this year, bro.
I mean, I've been thinking that too, Q. I've been hearing some other podcasts. Me and Dude kind of got in a little shouting out. match.
Mhm.
Look, yesterday. I mean, it wasn't too. He just got a little heated on situation. Cause
But
I
it
mean,
happens on podcasts, man.
I
It happens.
mean, we're disagreeing on a little bit of semantics. Cause they was talking about how coaches. He said everybody's gonna be up for. You know what I mean? He don't have no starters. I was like, bro, that's just plain coaching talk to me. Every coach say that, but he know who his
Right.
starter's gonna be. You know what I mean? Any
Mhm.
sport they talk like that. I'm like, he's saying the right thing to us, don't mean I always say he may be saying the right thing, but I go off your actions.
You read about that?
So we'll see. I mean, do I believe he diagnosed the team to say, oh yeah, we just run the ball? Great. He diagnosed the team. We need to run that damn ball like 35 to, 40 times. Only have Bryce go about 20 times, be like a Trent Dilfer if he can, you know what I mean? I'm fine with it.
Right.
We can sit there, see, okay, who can be used, who, build off for the team the next following year. But like I say, I got to see that because he made this flip his whole switch. He was like, you know what? They were telling we ain't winning. We need to put some more points on the board. And he started doing that shotgun shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that's the worst thing when your owner coming down with a goddamn play on a napkin. You fucked. You
Yeah.
fucked.
I mean,
Hey, run
let's
this.
be real. He should have got cussed out. I told everybody. I think it was Ron Rivera. He should have did that Jimmy Johnson moment on him. He like, man, take your ass up there. You know what I mean?
Well, that was
I'm the
just this
coach.
year. He did that on
Oh, he did
Frank
it.
Wright.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought he did that on
Frank
Ron
Wright.
Rivera. I thought he did it on Ron. But yeah, I would have had to
No,
cuss him
Tepper
out.
came down. They had a problem. They came out and they said that the number one thing was Bryce Young footwork. A coach came to him in secret, said that Bryce's footwork was reportedly making the entire offensive line look bad. And they said they needed him to fix the footwork. So then he came down, this was before Thanksgiving, with a play on the napkin, and he told Frank Wright to run this play for Bryce Young because this is what they did in Cleveland for Baker Mayfield. Run this play right here. What type of shit is that?
Yeah, he deserved to get cussed out on that one. But like he said, Frank Wright, his whole thing, he's a great coach. I mean, not great coach, great offensive. Like he'll bring the best out of his QB. But the problem of it is he just too nice. This is the first time I told people in history. A coach usually when he comes, he brings his own staff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Always, unless like I said, I'm fine with Everett staying here because he just did. If it wasn't for him, I was scared of what the scores would have been. You know what I mean? When we played, he just did so much of a great job. You can't let that man go. You know what I'm saying? So, but usually, like I said, most time coaches bring their own staff. That's always how it been because they all had to have that to a certain extent one mind, so they all can click. But like you said, you bringing a whole different philosophies and stuff like that. Of course, that stuff ain't gonna click.
Wow, I'm looking at these big boys move, man. These big boys moving. You see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh man, Joe Alt, he was slipping and sliding all over the place.
But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we picked up a guy in the second round. I'm talking about lineman. What
Yeah.
I'm kind of nervous about, Q.
Uh-huh.
I'm on that thing about Brian Burns, but I feel like now how it's looking like they never gonna come to an agreement. So I'm like,
Yeah.
man, this trade him. I mean, trade him. See if you can get a second or third pick. If not, get a third and fourth in a player or two players if it's a possibility.
I
Cause I
definitely
mean,
think they're gonna franchise tag him, and when they franchise tag him, they're gonna probably try to shop him around and see who's gonna buy. But it's gonna be a little more difficult to try to find somebody because their asking price is probably gonna be another first round pick, probably. You get what I'm saying?
I don't believe we're gonna get there unless it's like a team like the Chiefs, possibly Ravens or something like that. You know what I mean? A high end team.
Yeah.
I mean,
But if
look,
they
cause
able to
I
work
mean,
that out, oh my God! If they able to work that out, now I'll take it.
yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for it, but it's just to the thing that's like I said, they stuck in their ways, he's stuck in his, and I'm always gonna be pro player because you know what I mean. I want them to make their money and stuff like that. But
Right.
it's this how it's looking, and I mean, longer he stays, lower his money is gonna be. Cause let's be real, they're not gonna put too much defense around him because we already got a top tier defense. We don't need nobody. You know what I mean? And if his numbers continue going down, let's just say instead of this year he has 9 sacks. What's the thing on the thing on BC? He ain't no top tier guy. He ain't no top tier guy. You know what I mean?
That'll be the foolish thing that Carolina Panthers will ever be able to do. Because if you look at
that's our fan
some of the
base.
best teams, if you look at some of the best teams, they build a team. Look, what are the Lions doing right now? They're looking for a player to put opposite of Aiden Hutchinson right now as we speak. Because what are they saying? They're saying, yeah, he good. Yeah, he a cornerstone piece, but we need to get him some help out there because we need to be able to get to the
I'm
quarterback.
hoping they trade with. That's why I said that's what I'm hoping they trade with. We possibly can get a second or third and possibly a wide receiver to go with it. I mean, for the quarterback for the Nets, man. That's what I'm saying. Not for us now. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm hoping. So he can show cause I want Brian Burns to get his money. And I don't know if you know Q, because when I was on another podcast, you know how they do the PFF grades or what you call it. Brian Burns was playing with the worst linebackers on his side and DNs in the league.
Well,
So,
when we said shit like that around here, everybody said, no, we got number 3 defense. He don't need no help because he don't get his impact sacks. Every time
they run the ball.
Exactly, be good. I keep telling these cats this right here. Everybody else has a well-rounded team. They got defensive tackles. They got a left end, a right end. They got outside linebackers. They got inside linebackers. A front 7, not a front 2. We got a fucking front 2 with Derek Brown and Brian Burns. And then eventually, every now and then, Louisville was in the middle because he had to move over this season because of the injuries. But what I'm saying is you need more than 3 cats that's out there. We need to build this thing completely. They don't want to do it.
You got to keep explaining. I know they hard hit but you got to keep explaining it to them. Because I tell everybody else, I like, bro, look at all them other defenses and stuff like that. They're set. That's why I tell people they are set. You know what I mean?
What does San Fran do? San Fran, they got Bosa, and what did they do? They traded and went and got Chase Young. And guess what they was at? They was sitting in the Super Bowl. They got Fred Warner. They got Hargrave at D tackle. They got outside. They got another linebacker out there. All them guys made Pro Bowls, but we can't get one guy.
And Q, guess what? They still got 11 picks. You know what I mean? Going into the draft.
Exactly.
So
they gave away picks. Yeah. We don't know how to build because we want our guys to be superhuman, and we want our guys. We want Brian Burns to come out here and get 25 sacks a year, and that'll satisfy you to have one cat.
They want him to be Hercules. You know, just knock motherfuckers out the way to get the sacks. I'm like, bro, that's not how it works in football.
That is not how it works, bro. Look, I keep telling them if he had a complimentary piece, I've been asking for a complimentary piece for 4 years since I saw Reddick left. And they didn't pay him. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think they understand. For DNs, usually DNs don't just hit the ground running. It takes them a little time to develop. I mean, I understand Peppers. Peppers was a freak of nature. You don't usually get stuff like that in the first couple of years. I mean, even when you show his stats, Peppers was a better player, but Brian Burns is a really good player. You put him on any other team, I mean, I speak to other people, you know what I mean, different teams and stuff, not podcasters, but you know what I'm saying, like what I do. They be saying, hey, I hope y'all let go of Brian Burns so we can pick him up. You know what I mean?
But they
value Brian Burns. We don't, because we always want somebody to be like a Myles Garrett. I'm like, bro, that's not how it works. Do you not understand? Myles Garrett is a freak of nature. You know what I mean?
But think about it. In 4 years, Brian Burns has half the sacks that Julius Peppers had when he was here. Julius Peppers had 97 sacks as a Carolina Panther. Brian Burns is at half with about 45, I believe. So far, in 4 years. 4 years.
I mean, Q,
this cat had 2 Pro Bowls.
Yeah. But think of, like I say this, y'all would rather get rid of the Pro Bowl player, but keep the quarterback that show he came and throw for 200 yards consistently.
Exactly.
We backwards over
That's
here.
What they want to do. That's what they and they comfortable with it because They don't want to win. You talking to a bunch of cats that they want to win a specific way. They want to win with this boy being a media darling, and they don't want good players to be here. And they'll call Brian Burns marginal all day long. But like I said, they act like he didn't have 12.5 sacks last year. And be mindful when you tell me if you understand what I'm about to say right here. If you go on the line, you had your hand in the dirt, and you go to standing up where they ask you to go in coverage more, is that or is that not less attempts at going at the quarterback?
No, that's less attempts because you're going to have to drop back and cover sometimes in the flex. You can't just
That's
go
all I
after
want to
the QB. But Q, I even say this with the podcast. He out of all the players in the league, you know what I'm talking about, who plays position, he had, I think they said 100 or 150. I forgot the exact number. It was over 100 attempts to go after the quarterback. You know what I mean? So that shows, because I told people, I was like, bro, if a team, don't we still got that thing where it's like, I think it's still going, if a team scores 16 points, they basically win the game. Because we know we can't score. I like, bro, would a team know they already got 14 points at half, or you know what I mean, or scored, let's just say they scored 21 points or something like that. The only thing they know they got to do is run the ball. That hurts your stats right there. And when I hear people, well, you should have more tackles there. I was like, bro, when the team just constantly running, your offense is going to thin out, you're going to get tired.
Yeah. They don't understand that.
When I hear that, I'm like, bro, that's not football. That's not football. What you talking about? That's not how it goes. But when you break stuff down like that, then I mean,
these guys don't understand.
Yeah,
they don't understand, bro. I came to the conclusion. I'm talking to a bunch of I ain't gonna call them dumbasses, but I'm gonna say they don't know no. They're going off of Madden logic, and they don't go off of what's really happening on the field or really understand. You're talking to a bunch of cats that ain't never played before, so I don't expect them to understand.
Yeah, I mean, Q, I try to break it down because when I be hearing some of them talk about certain things like that, they be missing out on some of them factors. I mean, it's just, for me, I'm glad they putting their opinion out there, but it's just the point of it is, like, as a podcast, you got to know certain things like this. Because I always say it ain't about playing. You got to know the game, you know what I'm saying, to a certain level before you start making points like that. Like, call Brian Burns marginal, you crazy. You know what I'm saying? And when I hear stuff like that, because I even say this, let's just do this. If y'all don't want Brian Burns, and I said we can put the M to Bryce Young, because I already said, like I told you, a couple of days ago when they said they're going to keep trying to make excuses for Bryce because he can't pass. I was like, let's do this then. Let's trade Burns for T. Higgins if you can. Go pick up Calvin Ridley. All right, you got a dude that can go over the top and separate. I'm talking about Calvin Ridley. You got to do, only thing you got to do is throw it up to him. He'll come down with it more or less. We can get that separation issue out of there, and he'll have a Thielen. If he can't pass the ball now, what's the excuse now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we ain't calling the right plays. You know what I mean? So
look, I done came to the conclusion. A lot of these people, you know, whenever they start all this talking and all this, I get to the point now I don't even pay these cats no mind no more. They can talk as crazy as they want to talk.
I do Q cause I mean, I ain't gonna say it hurts my heart, but it's just to the fact it's like it's not football logic.
It's disappointing. It's very disappointing to hear people talk crazy like that.
Yeah, because I mean, you know, in our day they would listen to us that they didn't know, but now they just go off the end. And I mean, I'm fine with analytics to a certain extent. I don't believe in no perfect play at the perfect time. I just believe, hey, you make the play, you don't. But
yeah, but
it's just some of these guys now.
There's a difference to listen to analytics from a cat that's been sitting behind a desk his whole life versus a cat who got out there and actually sweat on the field. That's a big difference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't sit here and tell me numbers, and you haven't even gotten on the field to even play them numbers. Come on, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
That shit, I'd be like, I'm not even trying to hear that. Like when these cats come over here, the black cat, and they start talking that crazy shit, I just say, oh, okay, cool. I ignore it. I don't take nothing they say seriously.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess it helps the views, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But something I hate the ignorance, though, when it comes down to it. Am I going to say I'm always right? No. Do I speak on what I believe in? Yes, but I'm not gonna try to say something so asinine would make people like scratch their head, like what? You know what I mean? So,
Nah.
but you know, we all make mistakes. So, but the thing though, I don't like about these podcasts and stuff like when I watch Bryce Young, you trying to tell me he's gonna get better now. When I ask how, and then they'll say, "Oh, we just gotta get some weapons and stuff around." I like, bro, you know he can't throw past 20 yards, right? Like he either overthrow or underthrow it. He's like, well, that's the scheme's fault. I like, how's that the scheme fault if he's over and underthrowing people? Then they say, well, it's the line. I like, bro, you know he was like one that was the top six, top 10, holding the ball the longest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then when you come up with all them facts on there, they're like, man, you just hate Bryce Young. I like, bro, it's not hating. I was trying to pull for him, but the stuff that I'm seeing, I like, how can you justify that?
But think about it. Like yesterday, we were on here and we were talking about this, and they ended up going to the Bryce Young conversation because we had some people in the chat. Y'all just don't like Bryce Young. Look at Peyton Manning rookie year, and you go to Peyton Manning rookie year
Yeah, he
because they
broke
like to use that. He had 3,700 yards. Bryce was nowhere next 3,700 yards. He actually threw 1,000 more. He threw 26 touchdowns to 28 interceptions. Now be mindful. If I got a quarterback that almost give me close to 4,000 yards with 26 touchdowns, you got a potential to win a lot more games than 2 games and going 2-15.
and
One
show
cat giving you
potential.
300 plus yards per game. One cat giving you 150 yards per game. That's a big difference.
Yeah, I
It's a
mean,
big
Q,
difference.
that just show when you try to make that argument, that shows you never watched football. This for you to even. I'm not even talking about how great Peyton Manning was. I like, bro, when rookie, like you said, Peyton Manning, he broke the rookie, record at
Yeah.
that time. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to compare him to that a dude that can't even throw for what he won what 10 in this. I mean, was it how many touchdowns? He had like 10.
11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and they'll go 26 touchdowns, 28 interceptions. Look at Peyton Manning's rookie year.
I
Oh my
like, bro,
God.
that's not comparable. Like, bro, he got, like you said, 36, 3,700 yards, and he has 27 touchdowns. They're like, oh, and 28 interceptions.
Yeah.
Okay, but as a rookie, I would accept it because it shows he's showing promise. He's like, how could you show promise? If you watch the game, he had a couple 300 games. He messed up, but we expect him to do better because he's gonna get older. He's gonna, clean those up. But hey, when you try to explain that to somebody, I like, hey, that those two, that ain't even in the same realm. I mean, if you
Mm-hmm.
wanted to compare him to somebody, I think you can compare him to Tim Tebow. The only difference was Tim Tebow won. You know what I mean? I give you that.
Oh God. Yeah, if you compare Bryce Young to Tim Tebow, you're gonna piss off a lot of people. I tell you that right now, because they don't want to hear that comparison. Them boys will come after you. There's a group of little cats that I always see on YouTube. They under 6 foot. They'll come after you if you say
Yeah,
that.
I
Now,
mean, I'm about like 6 foot, but I'm not gonna sit there and like I said, they got that Napoleon complex, no. You know what I mean? You got to have it. Cause I mean, I guess they
Why?
want him to
Why are y'all
overachieve
even
off
talking about
everything.
this guy? Talk about the lineman, man. Don't
we
sadden
were,
your
we were.
Sunday. Don't sadden your Sunday talking about this guy
I
and the
got to.
performance that he put on the field last year.
Well,
I
because
got
we were
to.
talking and we were talking about Xavier
See,
Worthy and Adonai Mitchell, but then my man was like, "Well, you're gonna have to have a quarterback that can deliver them the ball if you could go get a top receiver," and that's how we end up on that.
you got Worthy
Okay.
running in the 4.2 yesterday.
Yeah,
One of the
yeah.
fastest time in damn
Yeah,
near
it
combine
was the
history.
fast.
Okay.
Combine history.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna get him. That's number one. He's going early in the, you know what I'm saying? Top 20. But your boy couldn't get the ball out there to that boy. They tear the top off the defense. So don't even stress about it. Let's go get this. Let's fix this lineup. And if the performance is poor this year, like it was last year, then set yourself up to get a Quinn Ewing, Riley Leonard, Shador Sanders, or something like that. Or bring in somebody come next year for some competition. Those quarterbacks looked good yesterday. Arm strength was good. surprised me. I don't want to hear another damn thing about JJ Armstrong. When you seen him throw it. You seen him throw it. You seen the speed, the accuracy. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. You tell people about these guys. Maybe these guys one day will start believing us, Q. Maybe they will. One day.
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
Hey, I always listen to y'all. Y'all talk football sense to me. So, you know what I'm saying? So
We
I get where y'all
appreciate you
coming
there.
from. Yeah. I mean, like I said, you gravitate to people who know how to talk football. We may have a difference in opinion on certain things, but it's just, you know what I'm saying? It's still football logic. But these other people be saying and stuff like that, I was like, man, I listen and I laugh, but I can't get with it. So,
Yeah. I mean, you got to watch some of these guys. Size, speed, strength, and then you go look. They want to holler about what they did in college, It's so many things you can break down on what they did in college, or how they were successful, how they weren't that successful. I mean, man, the college game, or overall the politics and just the everything that comes with it. Because see, in college, now walk with me on this, y'all. You recruit somebody, within a year or two, the whole coaching staff could change. Now, that does not change the program in a college setting, because you got recruits that's still coming in line, and everything is still in place from 2 coaches ago. But if you're not this guy's guy, say quarterbacks or something like that, them boys jump in the portal. That's why you got some of these guys around here now that's a little older, but they played a lot of ball. That's what you got to look at it, like your Bo Nix and some of your other guys that's played a lot of ball. And people don't like Bo. Bo's moving on up where he need to be in this draft. They between JJ, Bo Nix, and maybe another one of those Penix. Did Penix do anything yesterday?
Yes, he did. He had one of the best days yesterday. Top day for a
Okay.
quarterback.
That's by the time, like I said, I didn't watch it all, y'all, so I can't speak on everything that went on. Like, oh, I watched the whole thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you no way and tell you that. But I didn't see him. I seen, like I said, Hartman, Nix, JJ. I was in and out, because I was doing some other stuff. But it looked good to me though, Q. Overall.
I'll take from what I saw from Penix Jr. was so fluent yesterday. When it comes to the quarterbacks yesterday throwing, your boy actually shocked me too from South Carolina.
talking about
Spencer
Spencer Rattler.
Spencer
Yeah.
Rattler shocked me yesterday, man.
I seen Spencer yesterday. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? Spencer can be
Yeah, he
another
always
one.
had on.
Now he gonna go in a later round, but Spencer
Ooh.
Rattler had played a lot of ball.
Yeah, but we had that conversation a while ago, and what we said, we didn't think Spencer Rattler would be able to beat out a guy like Bryce. After watching that cat yesterday, that motherfucker probably could beat out a guy like Bryce, bro.
Yeah. But I did tell you he's played a lot of ball, though, Q. That's what I keep saying. I keep harping on that. He's played a lot of ball.
Hey, but one thing I'll say this about college. I'm glad to see them kids now. They're starting to get paid. I think too that it help the game, NFL, NBA in the long run to keep those guys in there longer.
Because
you get what I'm saying? So they can.
Exactly right. You're exactly right, B. You're exactly right. Now it's a slippery slope.
Shout out to Nervash for that super chat. He said the actual worst case scenario is that no one seems to be acknowledging. Bryce does just enough to keep us around pick 16 for the next decade. God damn.
I can't. I don't see him going there. You know what I mean? Like I said, you remember what I said last. He may be good enough not to be good enough, but I don't see us winning you had to be 8, 9 games in. I can't see us winning 9 games or nothing in the near future. I think the best wins we can get is conference play, and it depends on what I think Atlanta does. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, Atlanta.
get a win.
Hey, well, you got looking like this right here. Be good. Hey, you got to beat the champs till the champs ain't the champs no more. So the champs right
Mm-hmm.
now is Tampa Bay.
Yeah. But, I mean,
You
I
can't
feel
worry
like
about
they're gonna
Atlanta.
sign Evans and stuff again, but at the end of the day, I mean, let's be real, we still bottom tier.
Yeah. At the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day,
Yeah.
at
I
the end
mean,
of the
that's
day,
how
I
I'm
agree
looking
with
at us. And I don't know for some odd reason we always go 1-1 with Atlanta. I don't know why. You know what I mean? We just always do.
Right.
So
No
that's
matter
all I'm
what
saying.
year.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
you. I agree with you. 110. But that damn I like I must say, man. I just wish we had more picks. I wish we had a number one. I was like that in the last draft last year. If we'd have stayed at 9 and did what we supposed to do, this team
yeah,
would
we could have
be
got that
leaps
defensive
and
tackle.
bounds. Yeah, this team would be leaps and bounds better. If we had more picks in this one right here, we could have fixed our trenches in this draft right here. No doubt.
Hell, the last
Loaded
two
with
drafts
picks.
we could have had this team loaded with depth. The last two drafts,
Loaded.
but we done fucked it up.
Fucked it up.
Yeah.
I mean, they some special big men in this damn draft though, right here, Q. I
Yes,
was like,
sir.
Yeah.
dang.
The more I look at
That's
Cooper
why I said.
BB
That's why. Go ahead,
and
bro.
all
My
them.
fault.
No, you all good. The more I look at Cooper BB and Jackson Power Johnson and Cedric Van Pran, and then on the
Mm-hmm.
tackles you got Joe Alt and Fulga and
Oh my God.
Fashanu. If we could have
Fashanu,
had a
yeah.
chance to get one of them
Oh,
big boys on the top, oh my God.
my
I mean,
nigga,
I'm
think
looking at
about
these
it.
big men right
If
here.
you
I
would
mean, I am
now
impressed.
now look right here. This is something I was thinking about. I said, man, look at this. I said, now everybody move into the guard, move into the guard. Okay, if you could have got a Joe Art Q, now I'm like, move into the guard, move into the guard. You know what I'm saying? If you got a Joe Art, I'm moving into the
Yeah,
guard.
that's the
You
cat you
know what I'm
move
saying?
Icky the guard
And
for.
and that's the cat you move into the guard for if you can get him. If we was picking somewhere around 5 or 6, 4, somewhere like that, because people thinking, what's called gonna get him? The Chargers. Chargers getting Brock Bowers, bro. Chargers are getting Brock Bowers because you got Rashad Slater. So you don't move Joe Ott to right side. You don't do that. You can go down here in the second round and get you a right tackle because it's chock full of them, and he'll be a
Like
good
I
one
said,
too.
I wouldn't mind if we got a guard. Like I said in the second round, it wouldn't bother me.
You need to get a guard first with that 33.
Yeah,
Move
that's what
back
I
and
said.
get
It
a
wouldn't. I
guard.
wouldn't mind. Like I said, they may pull a wide receiver because right now we only got 2 wide receivers on the roster right
Yeah.
now, right? So I mean, if they got a guard, I wouldn't complain. But like I said, I guess during free agency, we're gonna find out what they're gonna try to fill out at. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
I
they
don't
got
think
some.
you would complain, but them Panther fans gonna complain. Well, why they wouldn't get a guard? All you had to do was move Icky.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
I'll
got
let
some
them
guard
complain because
prospects that they looking at, man, free agency. But we don't know where the Brian Burns. Well, Brian Burns gonna get tagged. You know, I know that for a fact. I ain't even spitting out no crazy. They're gonna tag him. They're gonna
I'm.
trade. No, he's gonna get tagged, and they probably gonna work the deal out. If they can't work the deal out, they probably gonna trade him by week 8.
I mean, I'm hoping he get traded. I was playing the cues this. I don't like when people play with their money like that. I know a lot of people like I heard on other podcasts, even say on y'all's podcast talking about, well, if you want that money, you need to be showing out. I was like, bro, this is football. In the back of his mind, you always going players hate playing on contract year. 'Cause they know if they get hurt, they'll never see that money again. And especially with the position, you don't move them to a different position. If you don't see that one block coming and somebody chop block his knees, that's a wrap. He'll never see that money again. So I feel like,
See,
you know what I mean? They should have signed him, or if they ain't gonna sign him, just go ahead and trade him if you can.
yeah. See, what everybody don't understand, it wasn't this year that it was predicated on his money. It was the year before that, and he
Yeah.
did his job.
Yeah, that's why I say
So people got to
Panthers
stop that
always
shit.
do that.
Moving the
I mean,
goalposts.
oh,
You got to stop. They got to stop moving the goalposts on something that they know is what's supposed. He was supposed to get his money on last year's performance, not this year's performance.
yeah, but we always late. We always late. We always do this. That's why I say it's that Southern Mafia mentality. They want everybody to be great, but they don't want to pay nobody. Cause yeah, he should have been paid 2 years ago, so they wouldn't have to worry about this situation. But they
Hmm.
always want to
But see,
wait and wait and wait. Always, they
yeah.
always do it.
But then the money got
I
messed up
remember
and the
that
picks
two
got
years
messed
ago
up.
they was making an excuse not to pay. And talking about we got a whole bunch of people to play. Then they said they had to pay the cornerback, the one that keeps getting hurt, J.C. Horn. It was
Hmm.
making excuses on not to pay Burns from 2 years ago, I believe. I'm talking about the GM. He was talking about other players that need to be paid, like J.C. Horn. I'm like, bro, J.C. Horn can't even stay on the field.
Well, that just furthermore shows you the incompetency of this front office, the management. Maybe they
Well,
got
you better be careful because we got some of the management guys still here.
well, maybe Tillis,
Yeah,
maybe
GM,
they know that
GM.
maybe though that Tillis is there, maybe he'll show them how to manage the money, pay people on time, and this and that. Because like I said, that was just an incompetency, in the front office.
Yeah, but
Kept
I'm just scared because
pushing contracts,
Carolina Panthers
restructuring people and
always.
stuff like that. You
Yeah.
can't keep doing that, man, and think, what I'm saying? Because at a time come to pay the piper, bro.
But I mean, I'm just kind of scared because Panthers was always known for doing that. Always known for not paying players. I mean, I'm hoping they change, but right now we got a stigma about us of how you know what I mean. We want the great players, but we always want them to be on a team friendly deal. And I think that's the problem.
Well, they try to play that little, it's small market. It's profit sharing in this mother. Ain't no small market because everybody feed everybody.
I didn't tell y'all that.
The cap is
KC,
the cap.
Kansas City gets a
Yeah,
small market, and look at how them boys
yeah.
keep doing stuff.
The cap, everybody get the same amount of money, do the same. It's just what you do with it.
Yeah, it's just people just trying to hold on to anything they can. I hate that talking point, but they always been there. Let's be real, always. Cause I'm saying people talking about talking about Burns. You can't compare Peppers and them. I was like, bro, we did Peppers the same way. We didn't want to pay Peppers.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, and what was they? They was making the same excuses that they making now. Oh, he take plays off. He does this. See, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the number one thing they said about Peppers. And guess what? Peppers left, went and got his money. And now look at him, completely different. Shout out to
Hmm.
Mr. Hunky Dory for that super chat just now. He said, fans want everything, win now and impatient. We own 2 to 3 years of a rebuild. What we get in free agency in the draft this year is something we don't need next year in this rebuild, unless injury or a sucky player. Shouts out to Mr. Hunky Dory. We appreciate you for that super chat, brother. I agree with you.
Hey, could I ask a question? I'm just doing it after. I'm not saying you gotta agree with it. I was just wondering, dude, maybe this on another podcast we was talking because you know how bad Bryce Young was this year. If we was to say trade a fourth round or maybe fifth round, say fourth and a fifth for Justin Fields, would y'all do it and play him on his fifth year option just to see what he can do if we was just to run the ball?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, fourth or fifth. Yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah.
I get that bitch up right now.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I know they're looking for a
Nope.
second. I know we wouldn't give them that, but I'm just saying they said, okay, we won't give ours a second, but we get ours as
Well,
a future second or a third.
I'm gonna
Would
tell
you
you.
take
I'm gonna
that
tell
risk?
you, B. I'm gonna tell you. They just talked. Well, I looked at that interview with Brian Pools, and he don't want to keep Justin in the grade, this and that, whatever. At this point right here, not saying they don't know what they got plan A, B, C, D, because they know if they make this move right, whatever If they keep Justin Fields, if they draft Caleb Williams, whatever they do, if they know they getting ready to get a haul. They know that Bears team is going to be set up for the next 10 years. For the move they made with us last year and the move they're
Yeah,
going to make this
it's the
year.
best move. Yeah,
You
it's the best
understand what I'm
move.
saying?
Yeah, I mean, I already said the Bears. They set up for the future now. Now they about to start really winning.
So
Cause I mean, I look
set
at
up.
Justin Fields' whole situation. He really never got a fair shot there.
No.
He did. You know, he got DJ Moore this year and
To me,
upcoming tight end,
Eagle
but he had no line at all when he first played.
Yeah,
He had to
no
run
line
for
at
his life.
all. You got a defensive minded coach that set the defense up before he thought about setting the offense up.
Yeah.
So they go in this year right here and set that offense up. They can keep Fields. If they get Williams,
I mean,
but if Williams,
it's different ways
this
they
the
can go.
thing. This the thing about Williams. Y'all done seen all that Q, you know, do the same thing.
Yes, sir.
It's attitude, brother. You understand what I'm saying? If
Yeah,
this
I don't
cat
personally care for
fucks
him.
up that locker
Him nor his
room,
daddy.
yeah. If this cat goes in there and fucks up that locker room, you ain't gonna never get a combination to jail over there. And now all them picks and all that stuff ain't gonna mean nothing. It ain't gonna
It's
mean
up to
nothing.
them. It's what they do. It's up to them.
But
It
that's
ain't
why
up to
I
us,
keep
right?
telling you. That's why I keep telling you. Chicago might stun everybody and go Drake May.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Or stay with Justin
Or
and
stay with
build
Justin.
I
around
mean, they
him.
may stay with Justin and pick up Marvin Harrison. You know what I mean? You
That
got
boy
two
Caleb
wide
Williams'
receivers.
attitude is something else. I can't deal with his attitude.
I mean, I got that, but it just depends on how his play is. If you're gonna be a diva, you at least show it. Show me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say you're gonna be an all-time great or nothing like that.
Mhm.
But when I'm watching a little bit, I like you can see the talent there. You know what I'm saying? Got a good deep
Yeah,
ball. He can play off his ability a little bit.
but
Is he a prima donna? Yeah.
why do you think people talk to certain people when they get over there? They in Indianapolis right now, and they say, "Well, they such and such met with this guy and stayed with him for about 2 hours. Such and such met with this guy, this guy." And then you say, "Why didn't the Panthers meet with him? Why didn't this one meet with him?" Guess what? All they had to do was go ask these other people or read the reports on the guy, and then they say, "This guy's not gonna fit our culture. This guy's not gonna. He doesn't mesh with what we trying to do." That's a big thing that a lot of people miss out on about this draft too, and about getting players in the door. They have got to fit your scheme. They got to fit the mind state of what you trying to do.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, when it comes down to it. I mean, I just kind of like I said, I always like Justin Fields how he can play. I mean, we all see the talent there. Is he all? Will he be a top five? I'll say possibly not, but the dude has talent. He just been in a bad situation in Chicago, in my opinion.
My man say if Johnny Wilson is there at 33Q, you taking him? Hell to the no. Johnny Wilson is not a receiver you get at 33. That's a
Which
guy
one is
you
that?
get. That's Florida State, the other guy. Johnny Wilson, to me, Keon Coleman is the guy. Johnny Wilson is the other guy that you can get fourth round.
Mm-hmm. Batman.
Yeah,
I'm not
I'm fine with a
I'm not
Keon
wasting no
Cole.
pick on him.
I mean,
Shout
I'll
out
be
to
fine. Like if the Panthers pick
Don't
up
fucking
Keon
rob
Cole,
me,
I'll be
bro.
fine with that.
If it ain't
shout out
Batman or
to
Superman, I don't want him.
you right. Shout out to Walker Reed for that $10 super chat. We appreciate you, brother.
No doubt.
Yeah, if it ain't one of the big guys, nah, I'm not wasting a 33 on
Yeah.
him.
We got a bunch of Robins and hell, who's less than a damn sidekick that's be on a comic book.
Hey, but
We
I
got a
was
bunch
looking
of
at
damn
the QB Penix. You know where I think he may go? So I think he may go to Miami. The reason I say that because I know Tua, they said he want to be on. He want to get his money, but the problem with that is, I think he won't. He want to break the bank, and right now, knowing Miami, that'll mess up their whole entire team if they do that. and he's still able like this year to play on this 5th-year option. I'm thinking they may pick him up just to try to force him to play on that 5th-year option.
The
I
deal
mean,
with
they're
Tua
smart.
is,
They would.
man. The deal with
Huh?
Tua is you have to do so much special for him. He
Yeah.
just like Bryce. He needs so
Yeah,
much
I already
around him.
said that. I already said that. I said, look,
Uh-huh.
he got a. Now I would say he got a better arm. It ain't his arm.
Not
I
too
mean,
much.
everybody arm
Not too
better than
much.
Bryce, but
Not too
yeah,
much.
I mean, he's just a spot thrower. Y'all know what a spot
Not
thrower
too
is. He
much.
don't really read. He just go to a spot. His wide receivers go there and they make a play.
What you call it has showed him to help his arm. What's that?
McDaniels.
What's it
Yeah.
called? McDaniels has shown him how to throw more from his core. You know what I'm saying? So he even I ain't say perfected or he's still learning right now a different throwing motion where he can help his arm a little bit more. It's hard to get that arm strength back when you get to this level. By the time old as he is now, I mean you can go lift, you can do that, but it's hard to get that arm strength. Y'all think you
I mean,
just start
Tua, let's
lifting
be
and
real.
man and
He's
doing
just
this, and
yeah.
I'm getting ready to get all this arm strength to throw it 90 yards. Hey, bro, it's God given abilities that sometimes either you got it or you don't. You can develop some shit, but bruh, by the time you get here, NFL not for long. You don't have the time like that to develop a lot of this stuff. You got to
I
have
mean,
it.
I don't look at Tua as a special player. I mean, I know a lot of people say, well, he had this many yards. I was like, bro, he playing with Waddle, Tyreek, and a good running back. So I mean, those stats, and I mean, people wouldn't know when he actually played bad teams, he would average like 289 yards passing. But when he played good teams, he only
Mm-hmm.
passed for like 189 or 199. I
Right.
forgot the number. So it shows his impact. He can't be good teams. The best team he beat was the Cowboys this year, but we always know they always this the overhyped team. So
Mm-hmm.
and he also showed he can't throw in cold weather. So that's a bad sign if you sign that type of player.
You see Miami, man. Miami could be exposed in a minute. The gimmicky offense, the defense, they held, but then they had a lot of injuries too last year.
Hell,
Yeah.
TD told us that, remember?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
TD Finn. You talking
And
about TD Finn's talk?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
he was spot
I been
on.
listening to him. Yeah, that's why I said
Yeah,
their team is never gonna be as good as they were this year.
he was spot on from what he was saying.
And they got rid of their defensive coordinator, so they said they definitely gonna be in a what I mean situation. That's why I said like they may draft Penix to play hardball. Like, hey, you can play this 5th-year option, or we can end up playing Penix because they feel like Mike McDaniels is that guy. I feel like he can make a QB anybody. You know what I mean?
Mm. And that was a definitely like when they got rid of Vic Fangio, that was a move like, oh well, this was the problem. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had to go. Somebody here had to roll. Y'all talking about Wilkes. That one there was one that was just like, oh, let's get him out of here. Because to still have that defense like that, he went through as many his starters going down as they ever wrote in.
Yeah.
And they still played good.
I mean, what do y'all
Who you
look
got
forward to
working?
this year? Do you feel like we can possibly win 4 games?
Oh man.
It's gonna be a
I
struggle.
mean,
Yeah.
like
I'm
I
not
said, we
touching that
don't
one.
expect nothing much. I just said like, but it is hard to just win 2 games. I mean, I
I
know
ain't
what
touching
old
that
buddy
one.
said. That's
Well,
why I said
I'll
I'm
put it
talking
like
about
this.
conference play. In conference play,
I
I
put
feel like we
I
can possibly win.
I put it like this. When it comes to the division, we play them boys 2 times a year. I believe every division games you have the potential to at least win one because they're so tight, close knit. You know each other so well. So I don't think that you know we can compete within the division because the division is just so goddamn terrible. So you
Mm-hmm.
always have a chance to win at least one game amongst each one of these guys in the division. That's all I say.
I got you. So, like I said, at best, like 5 wins at best. But I mean, that's still a top five pick. So,
Five is a stretch.
Well,
I mean,
Daniel,
I
you
ain't.
gotta look at it. Be good. Have you seen the schedule?
Yeah, I seen the schedule. I seen the teams we play, but we also got to think too. It depends on how it goes. Some teams we think could be really good could turn out to be frauds. You get what I'm saying? Like, let me say the Eagles. The Eagles this year, they was all time great at the beginning, and they just fell off a cliff.
They even though they fell off that cliff, I'm gonna ask you a real deal question. They fell off the cliff, and if we'd have had the Eagles in them last 2 months right there, do you still think we could have beat them?
I would still say no, but could
Now
it
let
have
me
been
say
a
this.
kind of close game?
That's
Possibly,
how I
possibility.
was trying to see if you were going crazy or not.
No,
Nah,
I'm
my
just
man
saying, just like
realistic. He realistic. He
Just
just
trying to see.
yeah. So I'm gonna put it like this right here. I'm gonna put it like this right here, and I'm gonna lay these out right here, and y'all tell me, do we have a chance to win this game or not? Okay, I'm gonna list 8 people. Do you think we can beat the Bengals next year?
I would say possibly no.
Okay, with Harbaugh going to the Chargers, do you think we'll beat him and Justin Herbert them?
See, I would say I don't. Can I give you a reason? I would say more likely no, but their defense is so bad. Like I think Herbert would average like what 27 points, but their defense would give up like 29. I just think that game right there, it could be a possible like that Green Bay game. Can I say that? I'm not saying we're gonna win, but I'm just saying we could be for a surprise. Is that an honest
Okay,
answer?
that's fair. That's fair. Only I tell you like this. I still think that defense with Bosa, Khalil Mack, Derwin James. They got J.C. Jackson at corner. That
Mm-hmm.
this team is still they have a star on every level. I just think that this year is one of the years where you got to look at it. They struggle because the coach, productivity wasn't there. And if they fix that this year up under a new coach, which we know he's a damn good coach, everybody in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now go ahead and go
I
before I go to the next team. Go ahead.
like you just said, Coach. I'm on Q with the coach. Look at his track record, bruh. Look at what he's done. Oh my God! Just look at what he's done. Everywhere he's been, he took the team from what they were to championship caliber. Super Bowl, national championship, or competing for national championship, or whatever. So what makes you think, with all the talent that Q just named, that he ain't gonna be right there in the hunt come
And
next
that's
this
just
year?
on the defensive side, because I ain't named Keelan Allen and all them boys, and
You ain't got to.
Eckler
I'm not
and
saying
the
y'all wrong.
quarterback.
I'm not saying y'all wrong because I do believe that they will win. I'm just saying it may take more than like if we playing them like the second week, he may end up
Okay.
coming up with his own scheme to get it together like in the later run. That's what I'm saying.
Another
Okay.
major
All right.
mistake
Well, check
of the
this out.
Panthers.
Check this out. We got Kansas City, who just won the championship. We gonna beat them?
No, no.
All
Enough,
right.
enough said.
How about this?
Enough
Dallas,
said.
who smoked us 33-11 last
No,
year.
no,
We gonna beat
no,
them?
no. They defense too great. No.
What about Tampa Bay, who just won the division and cut our tail? We got the potential to beat them one time. So
One
how we
time,
gonna
yeah,
do this?
I
split.
mean, that one I can always say we can go 1-1. I know we got swept this year, but the game still was close, right? Each game.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
can I say no, but can I put a star on that one though? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
sir.
you can
Yes,
say
sir.
we're gonna split because just like you said, one game was kind of out of reach or right there, but they won that, and the next one come over. What was it, like 9 or something other like
Yeah,
He was so
9-0.
close.
We
He
was
could have went
technically
over.
in both games.
Yeah.
So check this out. I got two more teams for you because the rest of them are divisional games. So we just said the Bengals we ain't gonna beat. Asterisks against the Chargers. We can't beat KC. We can't beat Dallas. That only leaves two other teams other than the division games that we can potentially look at. That's New York Giants and the Arizona Cardinals. How y'all feeling against both of them?
Mm, see, New York Giants, they like us. They don't have a line at all. And who's going to be their quarterback? Is it
That's the
going to be
thing.
Danny
Daniel
Jones,
Jones
Danny
or
Dimes if they don't pick nobody.
okay? I think that's a possibility of a win, and I think we could. I say we could probably win that game because our
Okay.
defense was pretty stout. You know what I'm saying, this last year, and if we're gonna run the ball like they say we are, I'm assuming we can break down their defense and win like a game, maybe like let's just say we score somehow 21-24 or something like that, or 15-18. You know what I'm saying? Field goal game or something.
Okay. What about the Cardinals?
See, that's a game we can win too. Because I know they
Hmm?
got Kyler Murray, but they complete rebuild themselves. And I don't think they didn't have a good line. Did they had a good line this year?
Their line
No.
was serviceable. It was a middle of the pack type of line.
Mhm.
Okay. I think that's a possibility. I say win on them.
Mm. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, and this is you like I said, I let Be Good have that one. Now I'm gonna go through it, and I'm gonna tell you how I really feel. I don't think we're gonna beat the Bengals. I don't think there's no chance in hell we beat the Chargers. We outcoached, we outman, we outclassed in every way against the Chargers. I don't think
Mhm.
we're gonna beat KC. Once again, outcoached, outman, outclassed. Dallas Cowboys cut our tail last year. I even think with these two mediocre teams in the Giants and the Cardinals, I really do think the Cardinals is gonna cut our ass because they're a more efficient team than we are. Now be mindful, they're rebuilding too, but for some reason, as long as you got your quarterback situation figured out, you got a chance to come out here and win week in and week out. We have a question mark at quarterback right now. So that's why I'm a little hesitant to say that we can win any of these games because I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna get from Bryce from week to week.
Yeah, that's a good point, Q. That's why I'm saying them games I chose was this hope. This hope. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? I'm not trying to, like I said, say we going through. It's a hope. You know what I mean? Like team wide. Like have we
Mhm.
won against the line? I mean not the Lions, but Atlanta when but they threw a bad pick and we
Yeah.
got luckily something like that. And Houston when they just had one of their worst seasons offensively that game because of our defense making great plays.
Hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to say we can at least win more games than we did last year. And like you said, going to that point about coach from I mean not Chicago, I know the Chargers. You right on that. I forgot old buddy went there, so he
I'm
possibly
a,
can have that defense right. But I'm just hoping it's going to take them at least 3 or 4 weeks. I'm just want to see at least 4 wins if we can get them. That's all
I
I'm saying.
think we're gonna probably split with Atlanta because we always do it every single year. That's what history has told me. We got the potential to either take one out of New Orleans or either Tampa Bay. So that's two games right there. One out of them two. And I think we might catch the Giants slipping. Them the only
It's
three
it's
games I
it's it's a
see.
matter on them
So
two
how
right
many
there, the
wins
Giants and the
is it?
Cardinals, and that Chicago game, and there's somebody else on the schedule that I said it's gonna matter when we play there because a couple of like say the Cardinals, the Cardinals are like you said they retooling. They got a new coach over there, fairly a new coach over there. So he can
Hmm.
if he inserts a new culture over there and they catch fire and they start believing them first couple weeks or whatever, and they end up getting some easy wins out there. Y'all remember how we was with Sam Darnold and we got them 3 wins? We
Hmm.
thought we could
Caught a
down
fire.
beat any of them. But yeah, caught fire.
Yeah.
That's what's going to probably happen to. So it's going to depend on when we catch the Cardinals or the Giants.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't
Like
even
I said,
I don't even like to be able to have to do like. Oh, it depends on when we play them. If it's raining, or if it's this
Hey,
or that
go.
or that. You know what I'm saying? That's bull, man.
Hey, go.
Yo,
What if Canales come out here and win the first 3 games of the season,
hmm
and we go 3-0?
that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's potentially, man, we could potentially do some of anything around here.
I guess we do that. I'm gonna be trying to find a burning bush that can talk. You know what I mean?
We could potentially do. It could go a whole lot of ways, man, because you got some games in there that we know we ain't gonna win. Y'all stop that. You know,
Mm.
Cowboys, the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Bengals. Y'all know we ain't gonna win them damn games, man. Y'all know we ain't gonna win them games, man.
Come on, go. You gotta have
You
faith.
talking about, but you talking
Yeah.
about top 10, and we finished 2-15
I
too.
mean, I
Come on now.
think with the Bengals, because I think they said T. Higgins was gonna hold out. So I mean, I think are they gonna sign Tyler Boyd?
Be,
Nah, he hitting
be,
free agency.
So I
be good. I
mean,
caught
that's
myself.
why.
Be good. Be good. I caught myself. I like to cuss you out, man. I just like to cuss you out. I just like to. I caught myself, man. Okay, that they
No, I'm
got
not
T
saying we
Higgins
are.
on
I just
now.
said that may be a slight, like you know what I mean, like a little Giants moment. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I'm hoping
Oh
for.
my God.
Man, that thing to that. Man, the only reason why they picking where they picking at or whatever because Joe Burrow got hurt. Joe Burrow
Yeah,
got
I'm saying
hurt
I
last
know
year.
Joe
You
Burrow gonna
realize
be
that?
there. I'm just saying, like if you only got one wide receiver. I mean, I know they still
Joe,
gonna be a good team.
look,
I'm just saying we may have a
hurt
little
last
Giants
year
moment.
and
That's
Kyler
all I'm
Murray got
saying.
hurt last year. That's it. That's why the Cardinals is picking for him. And so that just helped them. Because if they get their hands on Marvin Harrison Jr., it's going to be a wrap.
Oh my
I mean, I'm
God.
still picking us to lose. I'm just saying it's a one shining moment. That's all I'm asking for. Can you give me
Oh my
that?
God.
No.
Oh, it hurt to laugh. Boy, that y'all boy funny, boy. Y'all boys
All
funny right
right, I
now,
respect
boy.
that though. I respect that. You know what I mean? I just
We ain't
want
going to win.
5 games. That's all I ask. Just 5 games, like I said,
Okay,
any
okay.
given Sunday.
Yeah,
That was funny.
okay. Keep hope alive. Hell, we just come out of February. Keep hope alive.
I'm not messing with y'all today, boy. I woke up today with a purpose. I woke up and said I'm going to give my Panthers a shot to win. That goddamn goat, boy, he funny, boy.
No, you're right though. Like I said, I was just trying to have a little. Like I said, I ain't no religious or some person. I'm just trying to have a little bit of hope we can. Like I said,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
5 games.
yeah.
That's all I'm
It's good.
saying.
It's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean what I'm saying
I
it is.
mean,
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean?
hey,
So, yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
we sat there and watched every game in a 2-15 season. So I'm gonna be right here again watching all them other. If it's a 0-17 season, I'm gonna be right here again. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
I just don't want
So
that. I just want to
it
say
is
we
what
can
it
at
is.
least not do that. Because I remember when the Browns had that parade. You remember when they went that 0-17? I don't want to be doing that.
Happy. Oh, boy, y'all boys got me laughing today, boy.
Yeah, it is what it is. They just don't mess up this draft right here, and I'm just giving everybody the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna give everybody the benefit of the doubt till we see it.
That's the only thing you can do. Go like I've been saying. I
Yep.
be hearing them other podcasts. Oh, he doing this. He doing that. I like, bro. Let's just wait and see. When I said that, because I told him, I like, bro. When it come to Dan Morgan, I didn't want him as a GM. I like, bro. He was part of the process of how you know what I mean. How where we are today. I like. Then you
Which,
make him GM. I like
but if
where
you
at
couldn't get,
any
if you couldn't get no
spot
other
you do
problem
that
one,
happens.
The problem wasn't Dan being here or not being here. You couldn't get nobody else because Tampa, one, had made the situation so bad, and number two, people are looking at this situation and being like, brother ain't got nothing to work with. I'm not going in there, you know what I'm saying,
That's what
making
I'm
my
saying.
legacy and making my job harder than it had to be because they made that bed hard. Do you know how many people they interviewed and looked at, and people said some people didn't even come for the virtual interview, bro. They turned down the virtual interview. Some
Yeah,
people
I
had the
mean, you
job, and
can't
it's
blame
like
them.
you pretty much don't need that dude that went back to the line,
Yeah, I know you're talking
not
about.
what's his name, but the guy that the management guy. He just declined it altogether. The job was his pretty much, and he just declined it. Not Ben Johnson now. This was
Yeah,
the money guy.
I know you're talking about. But like
Yeah.
I said, time will tell, right? You know what I mean? We'll see. Like I will say this, we are a Joker franchise. That's why I said we in them Daniel Snyder years. I'm talking about for the
Yeah,
Commanders.
yeah, yeah.
So I said first we got to show we can be a functional franchise. Then then we can get ourselves together. Because I think
hmm
actually the Texans that was their franchise what 2 years ago. To be honest with you,
I think
and look
even
how
I tell you what, be good. I think even with Tepper throwing the drink and firing Frank within 11 months, 11 games and all this right here. I think what y'all boys think now. If we'd have had at least all our draft picks, number one, this, that, the third, I think we'd have had more options as far as coaches and GM. Just
yeah.
even though he could have did all that junk he did, Tepper, if we'd at least had a number one draft pick and some more, you know, picks to go with everything, I think this job would have been more attractive to the rest of them
I
guys. We'd have
mean,
had more
go.
candidates.
I even go back prior 3 years ago. I mean, we should have seen it going down here. I mean, when we got rid of Cam Newton, I didn't like it, but I understood it. We signed Teddy Bridgewater. After that year, then you bring the quarterback from the Jets. Then after that, you bring Baker Mayfield. While doing that, you getting rid of picks. So you know what I'm saying? We can't
hmm
say we didn't see it coming. I mean, we've been down a spiral, you know what I mean? Bad, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Down spiral this whole time because I was like, bro, like that's not how how proper running franchises do. You don't go through three quarterbacks in 3 years like what we did.
You got a
Well,
point.
technically four, right? Because Baker didn't even stay the whole year.
That was a waste. That was wasted time in a draft. Sitting there on the
Yeah, because
phone messing with Cleveland. To sit there with this dude right here to play X amount of games and try to rush him through the playbook and all type of stuff like that, talking about some camp competition. You see what I'm saying? That's the situation we've been looking at for the last 6 years.
yeah. I mean, how many draft picks did we end up giving up? Because I remember with the Sam Donald, I think we was all pretty much. I ain't saying happy with it, but we was okay.
It
We
was
got that was a second and a
it was
fourth,
two
right?
or three,
I think it was
two or
something
three for
like that. And
Sam
got rid of him.
and
Then we got
and
what you call it for fourth or fifth. I'm talking about Baker. Then
yeah,
after that,
it was
we gave
a
up our two
potential
first round picks. You know what I mean? I mean, for the quarterback we got now, that's
uh
crazy.
altogether it's like 11 or 12 picks. 11 or 12 picks have been traded over just behind quarterbacks now. I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm talking about behind quarterback because you still had C.J. Henderson trade that gave up a pick. You had the what's that guy now from Rock Hill that play with the Cowboys now Gilmore, and that gave up some
Yeah,
pick. They gave
Gilmore.
up a pick. A couple more things they gave up a pick for. So hey, you just spent 11 picks on quarterbacks now, not counting other shit.
Yeah, you can't win that way.
Nah.
Um, y'all seen any other linemen? I mean, y'all like him in this? combine?
Well, it's quite a few. Quite a few. Some of them we won't get our hands on, but like if some things happen, guys end up moving down and stuff like that. Some stuff happen on the board. We could possibly get us a good guard. A good guard could be sitting right there, man, looking at us, dead in
Yeah,
our
I
face.
guess.
But
Like
they
I said, the
like they
draft.
so wide receiver thirsty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, we stick our free agency, so we have a better understanding where we'll go. But it just
Hmm.
after that, we'll see what we're gonna try to do. Who's gonna really be the GM? Is it gonna be Dan Morgan or is it gonna be Tepper? We'll find out. Cause I'm like I said, I'm
Okay.
still on the fence with Dan Morgan.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, them boy put it in the chat right there. We traded up for DJ Johnson, traded up for
Yeah,
Chenault.
yeah. That's what I said. I didn't even hit on all of it. I didn't try to damn do all of it. There's a bunch of picks that got moved over here. Yeah. Q, I got to jump off, but I just seen you was on here.
Yes, sir.
So I said, yeah, let me, I know you just come on just for a little bit, but
Yeah.
we'll get together and see if we're gonna do anything tomorrow, Tuesday or whatever, y'all. Y'all know we ain't on regular schedule right now.
Mm-hmm. Shouts out to everybody in the chat. I'm probably gonna hit the 2 hour mark, and after I hit the 2 hour mark, I'm gonna relax a little bit for the rest of the Sunday.
No doubt. All right,
Yeah,
I'm gonna jump off
yeah.
right quick. All right, I get
Yes,
with you.
sir. Yes, sir. Be good. You all right?
Yeah, I'm just relaxing myself. I mean, I ordered me some chicken wings, so I'm
Yes,
just
sir. I
waiting
just
until
eat me
they
some
get here.
Popeye.
Yeah, I
While
mean,
y'all
I
boy been
should be.
talking, I've been eating me some good old Popeyes just now.
Oh, I heard you. I heard you over there. You know what I mean? I heard you eating
Mm, mm,
something.
mm, You damn right.
Oh,
Yes,
nothing
sir.
wrong with that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I had to do it. Oh man, I'm excited to get this part out of the way though. This is the last day because someone asked about kickers in the chat. I don't know when they're doing the kickers and stuff like that, but uh if you look for a kicker or a punter, you might wanna. I don't know about that one, brother.
Be real, I don't look at that. Like I said, unless it's Justin Tucker, I don't want him. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You get somebody that's worthwhile if you're gonna waste a draft pick on a kicker, or you can hit them undrafteds and find somebody.
Yeah, yeah. All the holes we got on defense and offense, we need all the draft picks we need. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, this the fill out the team.
Mm-hmm. You're
Yeah,
right
that's
about
why
that.
I actually wouldn't mind like if we was to have that second pick, if they feel like it's a good wide receiver, I wouldn't mind they trade it back. You know what I'm saying? If a team was thirsty enough, so we can have like 2 third-round picks or something like that, and possibly a fourth. I wouldn't mind
Mm-hmm.
if they was to trade back, so we can try to fill out the team a little bit better.
Well, I'll tell you like this right here. This is one. This is what the combine is here for. We're here to try to make some potential moves and get better. Like I said, you saw it. They were doing bench reps. They did all the cone drills. Offensive lineman is not the sexy pick today, but it's going to be a pick that everybody's going to have a chance to really say, okay, well, if push come to shove, I'll take this, I'll take that. Come on, man. Let's get a part of the experience. This is the experience of trying to make this team better. We are all Panther fans here, and we want to see us just get better. Am I not wrong? Am I right about that? Be good. Don't you want to see us get
Oh
better?
no, you're right. Cause like I said, football is really about the trenches. Like I said, opposing your will on it, and everybody want to get offensive line and a defensive line. So you're not wrong. That's why I said if they chose a lineman, a guard, second round, I would not mind it because it
Mm-hmm.
just shows the Canales, like he said, he trying to run that ball. If he's trying to run the ball, I am perfectly fine with
Yes, sir. Well,
it.
I'll tell you like this. Be good. I'm about to get up out of here. If I could, can you just go ahead and give me your last words on how you're feeling about everything?
Yeah.
They
Nah,
talk
I'm
to
just
us.
I mean, I'm just appreciate you let me be on the show, bro. You know what I mean? So I hope
Yes,
you
sir.
keep doing what you do, and hey, have a good Sunday.
Yes, sir, man. We appreciate you, man. Anytime you see the link down, you're always more than welcome to come on up here and talk to your heart's content, Bubba. We really do appreciate you and everybody else that's, wanting to come up here and speak.
I got you, bro. All right.
All right,
Talk to
man.
you
Y'all
later.
have a good one. And shout out to everybody in the chat. This has been a real one today. As you see it, this has been NFL Combine Weekend. It's time to really get to it. It's time to really showcase what this team can do. We about to get up out of here, but we just want to tell you guys we appreciate each and every one of you guys out here today, man. So make sure you do us the illustrious favor, comment, like, subscribe. If you're watching this on Station 88, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching this on the Tailgate Experience as well, subscribe to the channel. We're getting ready to start taking the Tailgate Experience to the next level. We got all these channels, and we're going to start putting them to good use. The Tailgate Experience is the NFL channel, and I got some surprises in which I'm going to start unveiling and showcasing to you guys. Look, we got some new flavor that's going to be coming in on the Tailgate Experience, and so it's time to take things to the next level. So to each and every one of you, I'm going to put the link to the Tailgate Experience in the chat. So anybody who's here and you haven't subscribed already, just do me that illustrious favor and subscribe to the Tailgate Experience right here. I need at least 10 people to subscribe on over there. 10 people. That's the link to the Tailgate Experience. Subscribe, show us that love. That's our all NFL channel where we're going to be talking all teams, and I want to have each and every one of you guys over there. So do us that favor and show us that love, man. This has been your boy Dub Q, and I want y'all to have a wonderful day.